What's up guys, Sione and I are officially back home in Washington. When we left you last, we were still in Hawaii for my sister's funeral, and saying goodbye was tough. We hugged a little tighter and a little longer when we finally did leave, but we made so many awesome memories and I learned something. One thing that I realized while we were on this trip, and I'm not sure if it's because of the circumstances, but between the experiences that we had while we were there and since we've been home in Washington, there's one thing that's become very, very clear. It's become very clear to us that it really doesn't take much to serve at all. In fact, our talents and our opportunities can be blessings. They bless not only our lives, but the lives of others when we're willing to share them. It could be as simple as taking a day off from work to go on a hike and share your favorite place to eat. Or slowing down on the hike to a pace that is more comfortable for the person you're hiking with. Or driving out to town to watch someone's dance performance.
So we just watched Keikoa and his dance group, or the dance group that he's in, at Ala Moana center stage. They're done obviously, but we got good seats.
Yeah, and it's good to see them in person. We don't always get to see them perform in person.
And he knew where we were sitting, and the great thing about Keikoa is he loves his audience and his family. So he's doing like little shout outs while he's dancing, like winks and pointing and everything.
It's meeting up for lunch and helping your grandma pick an ulu or breadfruit from the tree. Or even opening up your home for a gathering place so the family can get together and hang out. While we were in Hawaii, one of the greatest examples of this coming together to use your talents and to use them in simple ways to bless and serve others came in the form of 4 funeral wreaths. So my mom thought it would be a good idea for us to make our wreaths instead of buying them. And if it was just for the experience of watching these wreaths come together, I'm so grateful that she did. I initially thought that us making our own wreaths was a little bit of a crazy idea because of 2 main reasons. One, we didn't know how to arrange flowers. I have some experience arranging paper flowers, but that is completely different. And 2, we did not have a garden. We don't have a bunch of flowers to just pick and use in the arrangements, and we were gonna have to go to the florist and buy them anyway. So I thought, why go through the hassle? But I was so wrong, because this is where the experience and the miracles started to unfold. We had so many family members and friends and our church family that just came together and offered their own talents, their money, their gardens. They opened them up to us for us to make this possible. And it was just amazing to experience. So since we've been back, we've actually had a few opportunities to pay it forward and use our gifts and talents to try and bless others. Today was a busy day. Got to use some of my talents and skills that I don't use very often. Helped my dad with an interfaith dinner, 3-course meal, and it was actually a lot of fun. It's good to switch things up a little bit, you know?
There was our drive up to Tacoma to visit Tweti. She was just getting settled into her dorm and she was feeling a little homesick. Actually, a lot homesick. And it wasn't a big deal for us to make up that short drive, but it was a big deal to her and to her family to know that she had family there to help comfort her. So Tweti and her family, her sisters, and her mom and dad and her brother, they're amazing singers. And they use their skills and talents and their gifts to perform at graduation parties, weddings, receptions, funerals, and just basically anything that you can perform at, they've done to help share their gifts and talents.
So one time we actually went to visit them at their house, and while we were sitting there, Sione asked if they wouldn't mind us recording them singing Love at Home in Tongan. So Sione's family, half of them, are Tongan, and whenever we go to these family reunions, they tend to sing and do a lot of stuff in Tongan, and I thought it would be cool if at least we learn one song.
That song they actually sing like almost every time we're there for family reunion.
So without missing a beat though, they just went and sang it for us. And in fact, it was one that they never really sang or performed together before, but it was amazing.
Sing lead and I'll sing lows. And you sing high.
Okumasani ai me akotoa o whai api. Thia thia ai me akotoa o whai api. Mahumeli no ai family. Hamai ai se ofo ofani. Hala alupe ai taini. O whai api. Koe o wha I api. Hala alupe ai taini. O whai api. And now we can sing along whenever we go to these family reunions to at least one song.
Found out that the Chihuly Glass Museum was very close to where we just had breakfast, so we decided to go check it out.
Dog Street next.
We just came from eating breakfast with family, Walter and Tuati Tonga. Tuati's up here for school, away from our family. She's feeling homesick, so we thought it'd be nice to come up and let her know that she's got family up here,
Just
2
a few hours away.
which is a very short drive if you've lived on the mainland long enough. In Hawaii, it's comparable to driving from town to Laie. Our drive is about the same length of time, at least that's what it feels like. It's not that far. We're still walking.
Every time Sione hears the word Chihuly, I don't even know if we're saying it right, but it feels like he has to Chihu.
Because that's how you pronounce it. It's just, that's what the person said at the Glass Museum.
How?
Chihuly. So you
Chihu! I don't know why, but I love bridges.
I wasn't originally planning on sharing anything at funeral related here, but the coming together of these wreaths was such a beautiful experience and blessing. It taught me a lot and it really affected my perspective on things. And when it came down to it, I realized that's exactly why we started this channel in the first place. It's to document these experiences that we have as we go through life and to share the lessons that they teach us.
Why wouldn't you clean those windows?
I can clean windows, I just wouldn't clean windows that way. Where you have to be hanging and suspended.
Sure did.